you're not making a choice or a decision about someone, and it's driving someone absolutely crazy. And the reason why it's driving someone absolutely crazy is because all they want is a relationship with you, but they can feel that spiritually or energetically or even physically that you've backed off and you've withdrawn your energy, and this person's freaking out about it. Because the one thing they had before when it came to their own control is knowing that you still were fighting for this person, or you didn't have boundaries up when it came to this person. Now, with the Patience card stepping forward, they know they have to make a choice. This person knows they have to make a choice or a decision, but it is so hard for this person because they've relied on you being vulnerable, because they've always had their walls up. And they've always had their walls up with you because they've always been so intimidated by your love, because it has meant that this person has had to be completely vulnerable with you and let all their guard down, let all their walls down when it came to you. And they've never had a love or a connection like that, because they've never had true love, and they've never therefore had to be truly emotionally vulnerable with someone until they've met you. Now, with the Fool stepping forward and the Sun, they're contradicted. This person's contradicted because they know that you're going to be the best thing to enter their life. They know that you're the light they've been searching for. They know that you're the one they want, they've been searching for. But you've come in at a time for this person when they're emotionally not doing well, or they're emotionally still feeling regret maybe about the past, or they're still feeling regret about something with the Fool. So this person's very contradicted when it comes to the choices and the decisions that they have to make here. And it's like they know they have to make one. And that's the reason why they become emotionally withdrawn, back off, maybe even abandon and ghost you. Then I also feel like when this person does this, they block you. Then after a certain amount of time, they unblock you because they're feeling guilty about what they're doing. But they're trying to get a reaction and a response from you because they can't deal with the regret, because they don't know whether to let you go, and they don't know if you're slowly losing interest and backing off from them. So it's almost like they're trying to prove a point, and that's why they block you and then unblock you. And they're also doing it in a way to try and get your reaction and to try and get your response here, because they can't handle the time that passes in between when they feel so contradicted. And it's almost like a sense of pressure, because they know they need the love from you, but they can't switch it off, and nothing's making up for the fact that they can't switch it off. It's almost like they can't even become numb. They can't even become numb when it comes to your love, because your love is physically the strongest emotion they feel more than anything. And it's also the reason why they're so contradicted here when it comes to making choices and decisions moving forward. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups. This person knows they need you. It's why they're so contradicted, because they're so scared to be emotionally vulnerable at the same time. And it's almost like it's an equal game in this person's mind where they're feeling like they can't choose either direction because they need your love, but they're also scared to let themselves go, because if they can't make this work with you, they're never going to be okay. They're never going to deal with the heartbreak, and this person knows this because they've been running from love for so long, but they've never actually found the right one to be vulnerable with in the first place here. We have the Chariot, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're in separation from this person, but I feel like you're going to hear from this person soon. I feel like you're going to hear from this person. I also feel like you've been feeling very exhausted and fatigued from the whole situation, because you don't actually know if you and this person are technically together or if you're over, based on the fact they've been becoming so emotionally withdrawn from you as of lately. But I do feel like with the Ace of Swords, you're going to hear from this person coming up here. And with the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords, you're going to be able to make a choice or a decision about this person. And I do feel like it's going to be good news and good blessings that come in when this person comes back in here with some type of message. Someone is freaking out that you've moved on from them, and someone is trying to get a reaction and a response from you by driving you absolutely crazy. Someone is blocking you, and then someone is unblocking you on social media to try and get your attention. Because this person, with the King of Pentacles being in the reversal and the Ace of Swords, they can't handle the fact that you're not communicating to this person, because they cannot make a choice or a decision without you. With this person not having your love and being in total absence from you, it's making this person so indecisive with the Two of Wands. And this person is so upset and they're so annoyed because they thought they could move on from you. Now, they thought they could move on from you because they didn't give you commitment and they didn't give you enough of a connection or enough of a status of a commitment. But this didn't mean this person didn't fall for you. This didn't mean this person wasn't in love with you. But what happened is this person thought that it would be easier to move on from you because they weren't in a relationship or in a commitment with you. But now what's happening is they are freaking out that you're not responding to them and not communicating. So they are literally trying to get your attention by pestering you. And that's why they keep blocking you and unblocking you to the point where it's driving you absolutely crazy. Because what's happening with this person's obsessive thoughts is they're driving themselves absolutely crazy because they thought they weren't ready for your love with the Hierophant, but now they're realizing that the one thing they were actually struggling with in the first place wasn't to make a choice or a decision about a commitment because they were already in one. And I feel like this person didn't actually realize they were pursuing you in a relationship sense, because every single time you tried to move on or you would move on to something else, this person would abandon and ghost you to try and create a chase to get you to come back. And they wanted to leave you without clarity and without closure because they couldn't handle the fact of not having your love. But the thing that got this person confused is that they didn't give you commitment, so they didn't think that it was an actual relationship. But what's happening is they're realizing that the silence and the absence, they're missing everything that they had. And they didn't realize everything that they had because what was overcrowding and shadowing this person's thoughts was the fact that they didn't offer you a commitment or they didn't offer you a relationship. But they were already in one with you, whether they realized it or not at the actual time. Now, I see that what's happening is this person is constantly hanging out for a message from you, but they're literally trying to push you to message them because they can't handle one more second of having silence or having absence because they can't make a choice and they can't make a decision. They can't move on from you. So they want to know that they're in control, or they want to know they're able to make a choice or a decision about something else that's not moving on. But they don't know if they can do that or not because you're not reaching out and you're not communicating to them. Now with the Page of Pentacles, with the Six of Cups, they're even trying to now become withdrawn from you because they can't stop thinking about the past that they had with you. But they can't heal. The Hermit card's coming through. They can't heal. And the reason why they can't heal is because they know they acted emotionally immature. They know they acted in the wrong way. And this person can't heal because they have so much regret, because they know they handled the situation in the wrong way. And they can't come to terms with validating that the right thing for them is to move on from you because they know that it's not. But it's also the fact this person has actually addressed and seen how they've handled the breakup or the separation through emotional immaturity, and they know they actually have to deal with their actions to win you back. And this person's freaking out because the one thing that they need is communication, and it's the one thing that they don't have in this instant. They're putting up boundaries and they're running from you as a way to try and piss you off, but as a way to get a reaction and a response because you've become emotionally withdrawn from this person and they're freaking out about it. They've always had communication from you. They've always had a response from you. They didn't like the communication and the responses they got from you, but they still had a connection with you of conversation or communication. Now, the fact that they don't is making this person almost manipulative, toxic, because they're so trapped. They can't move on from their thoughts. They can't move on from their energy because you turned down a commitment with this person because they just kept leading you on. And you knew they weren't going to make a choice or a decision about you. So you chose to let go of this person because they were holding you on, or they were holding on to you by trying to sweep you off your feet, by giving you physical energy, almost to like help your self-worth, but to help your self-esteem so that you stay with this person. And this person was doing this as a distraction to try to deter away from the fact that they weren't making a choice or a decision. But after a while, you got sick of it and you chose to walk away from this person. Now, the fact that you rejected, or the fact this person feels that you rejected and abandoned them, is making this person go absolutely crazy because they feel like they need you more, because now they feel like it's a chase. okay? But I see that what's happening is they're coming back to you, they're chasing you, but they're being toxic and manipulative because they have zero communication with you right now. And what's happening is because their ego and their pride is wounded, because this person is getting an unhealed energy, their anxiety, their obsessive thoughts, their negative coping mechanism patterns is making this person almost like become passive aggressive at you because they don't have any help to deal with their internal energy. They don't have any help to deal with what they're going through, and they can't tell you they miss you because they're worried they're going to see it as a sign of being less masculine, because this person actually thinks that you turned them down because they're not good enough for you. So it's making this person's insecurities when it comes to them not thinking about themselves being good enough go absolutely crazy with this energy. Absolutely crazy, okay? Now, I see that what's happening with this person, or when it comes to you and this person here moving forward, the call is in reversal and the Hanged Man. This person is now so desperate, right, that they're trying to convince themselves that they've moved on from you, but they're not, because they're still trying to get a reaction and a response out of you. And if this person was truly moving on from you, it wouldn't matter so much. But there's so much energy and so much effort that goes into trying to get you to notice, trying to get your attention when it comes to them trying to show off to you that they have other people, other relationships, or they're moving forward. But they're moving forward so quickly because they're trying to compensate for the fact they can't actually move on with this energy. So when it comes to the King of Pentacles coming through here and the Queen of Swords, your love is the only love that can make this person actually realize their identity, because your love helps heal this person's insecurities. But without your love, this person runs from the insecurities. When it comes to this, no other person, no other karmic, no other relationship this person is ever going to be, and it's going to be a love that heals this person. Your love was going to do it, but this person's running from it because no one has ever turned down this person, and their ego and their pride can't handle it, because you're triggering this person, but you're challenging this person. You're also challenging this person's idea of what love is supposed to be and what love should be. And that's the thing. Your love is now a thing in this person's mind where it's like they feel like they actually need it. Not so much just want it, but they feel like they need it. And it's the reason why they're now becoming toxic and manipulative, because they know they need you back, and they know that they need your love back, but they can't compete within themselves anymore because they can't run. So it's the reason why this person is now trying to get you to come back so desperately, because they know that they need you, not just want you.